I'd like to talk to y'all for just a minute. If I sound weird, it's because I caught a cold. It's just that time of year, it is what it is, although I am starting to feel a bit better. Hopefully I'm better by tomorrow. Right? That's what I hope at least. But as I'm sure some of you are aware, I am currently in the process of rewriting Destiny's last 4 expansions, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, Lightfall, and Final Shape, a project I've called the Nazareth Saga. No, I'm not canceling it or anything, but I've been stuck in a writer's block with it for some time now. Before I get to my new plans, let me explain what my original idea was, just for reference. I had given myself my own sort of roadmap to follow. The project will be separated into 4 different parts, one for each expansion. As I've worked on the Beyond Light rewrite, I've been planning out an analog horror miniseries to coincide with it, the first episode of which I already released, and after that would come Witch Queen, of course, and then either before the release of the Lightfall or Final Shape rewrites, I'd make another analog horror series with a different sort of format. But as I've done some thinking, I think that this series would be just far too ambitious for where I'm at the moment, content creation-wise, compared to what I would like it to be. In an ideal world, I'd want to get multiple people in on it to voice characters, and I'd want to commission art for enemy concepts and environments. And that's kind of where the problem lies, is at least one of them is in the position I'm currently at. Doing everything I'd want to with it just isn't possible, really. My current job, to be blunt, does not pay me a livable wage, so I've been trying to find a better job, which has been kind of overwhelming, to be honest. But I'm not here to throw a pity party, none of you care. At the end of the day, content creation is the position I'd like to be in. This is what I want to do in the long run. Not just for YouTube, but eventually writing for games, possibly movies, if I could somehow get to that point. And there's just 2 caveats with that. A project this large for a YouTuber as small as me is just not sustainable. At such a slow pace of uploading, the algorithm would just not really reward me for it, considering the size of my channel. And I'm not saying that I want to just push out slop, not at all, but uploading at least somewhat consistently I think would be, I'd just be better off that way. The short version of what I'm saying is that I think I'm gonna be putting the Nazareth Saga on hold, at least for now. I'll work on it on and off when I'm feeling particularly motivated, but it's no longer going to be my main focus. If I'm going to tell the world a version of Destiny's story with concepts that had been long planned, but had just never seen the light of day, I'd like to do it justice and tell it in the best way I possibly can. But with the current resources I have, that just simply is not possible. And the other big thing is I don't want to exclusively be a Destiny YouTuber. I do still adore this franchise despite its many faults, and I want to keep it a core identity of my channel. My Hunter will still be the channel's little mascot, for example. But there are other things I like, other projects I'd like to do. And I think a trap a lot of Destiny YouTubers fall into is feeling glued to the game and focusing their entire channels around it. And that's just not something I personally want to do. Originally, my plan was to finish up the Nazareth Saga and then go in to focus on other non-Destiny related projects. But as I've already said, that just isn't going to be sustainable for where I'd like the channel to go. So the gist of what I'm saying is I'm temporarily relegating the Nazareth Saga to the side. The project is going on hiatus until I'm in a position where I feel I can do what I want with the project. In terms of current stuff, there is a chance I might finish up the second analog horror episode, as I do feel that what I've come up with for it is actually solid enough to stand on its own, but I can't really promise anything with that for now. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, just to update you guys on how I'm feeling about it. Thank you all for your time, and expect some projects outside of Destiny related content in the future. God bless and have a good one.